and Crit This presents Scrolls and Swords, a one-page RPG system reskinned from onesevendesigns Lasers and Feelings one-page RPG. Your players are Jade, Russell, and Scott. Your GM is David Schimpff. Music is by Adrian Kellis. Let's introduce our characters. Who wants to start?
I'm Scott Wolverine. I'm a dangerous bard.
I am Jermaine Marmoset, a drunk wizard.
I'm Ronnie Moose, the sexy, passionate priest.
Ronnie Moose. All right. So, all of your characters are...
Stop playing footsie with me, God.
Can't help myself.
Oh, sorry.
You gotta finish what you started.
It's recorded.
Yeah, Scott. Don't
No.
start it if you can't finish it.
Yes.
So, you are all starting in the town of Starterton.
Got a
Starting
fetish,
to-
Of Startington.
or you have to
Startington.
fetish what you started.
That was the first thing I wrote, so obviously it's going to be what I forget, according to everyone last night. So,
Wellington.
yes, exactly. So, you are all beginning in the town of Startington. Your siblings, you have, prior adventures together, and you hear that there is going to be a big party, a big festival in Keep Dry.
Okay, keep dry.
Like, I
That's in
think
the
Dry
rainy belt,
County.
right?
No, it's a keep that is on the coastline, so
It's
Yeah.
very rainy there.
Just making sure.
no worries.
Who's that guy?
That is, just
The sun.
some dude.
In the ocean?
Yeah, or just looking up from the corner of the map.
Oh. I thought it was Link.
No,
No.
Link doesn't have a cleft chin.
Anyway,
I thought that was
question.
just... I thought that was a like some sort of mark you've got to erase. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
I wore the Link shirt just for you.
I appreciate it.
I even bought it just for you.
Oh, I appreciate that too.
I think it was yesterday's lecture.
Yeah. Indeed. So you hear this big to-do is going to happen at Keep Dry.
Keep dry.
Indeed, which is about 2 days travel away from where you are right now in Startington.
Okay.
But in the meantime, you guys are in a tavern and just hanging out, and there's crazy music going on, probably being played by your all-in-one band, maybe.
Scott Wolverine. I'm playing the Fury Harp.
Scott Wolverine's playing all kinds of Fury Harp. What are the rest of you guys doing in this
Playing a wicked
tavern?
jam.
Drinking.
Drinking.
Drinking and seeing,
Flirting.
We're getting sexy ladies there.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Indeed.
I'm jamming
Drinking,
hard on this Fury
drinking
Harp.
sexy ladies,
And drinking.
jamming on a harpsichord.
Let me show you my squirrel.
Alright.
All right.
My all-in-one band is just kicking it, laying down disco tracks.
Sounds good. All right, so there
Hey, baby,
are,
my name's Ronnie. I'm hung like a moose.
and there's the line.
Do you say that to somebody? Do
He says that to any number of people.
you say it to me?
You're my brother. Or my sister.
Oh, you're trying.
No, it's, I don't know. Are you a boy or a girl, Scott, with the name Scott?
I'm a girl, right?
Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scottette.
okay. So Scott's a girl.
Scott Astasia.
And Russell, are you a boy or a girl?
Boy, I have problems playing RPing girls.
And Jade?
I've already. Well. Nah. I'm Jermaine. I'll be a lady.
All right.
No, dude.
Dude, Jermaine's a dude.
That's what I meant.
Jane,
Oh, you're being a dude.
Jade has better RP skills on that side than I do.
Okay. So Scott is the only girl in this party.
Aw, yeah.
The girl named Scott.
And I'm dangerous.
Dangerous on the stage.
So watch out, I know.
Indeed. So,
doing
I'd
wicked
like you guys to
tricks.
imagine me as Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh,
The
okay.
Wizard's Beard.
sounds good. So are you passionately playing, or are you being like super tech?
I'm definitely being more passionate, I think. I'm setting the harp on fire.
All right. So roll me some swords then to see how
Just roll one, right?
Yep. You roll one if you're just a roll, but you roll an extra if you're prepared, and you roll another extra if you're an expert. And if you're a bard, you're an expert.
I'm
in
an
music.
expert.
Yeah. So what do you got?
You got one exactly on.
So you got 2 successes and a and a a scroll of swords. So you succeed magnificently.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you're
Wait,
Cool.
isn't it swords you're going to go above?
swords are. Oh yeah, swords roll over your number. You're right. I was totally wrong. Scott, you fail miserably.
I failed miserably.
You
However,
got one sword
I got
of
one
scrolls?
indeed. However, you get to ask me a question because you got a scroll of swords.
Oh, maybe you actually set yourself on fire.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't think I may have failed that bad. I rolled a 4, right?
But that's not rolling over your number.
I have to roll over. Okay, so matching doesn't really count.
Matching isn't for successes. Matching is for the scroll of swords, which allows you to ask me a question.
But I get to ask you a question. Okay.
Yes.
What's going to happen in Dry Keep? Keep Dry.
Well, in Keep Dry, there's this big party going on. It's the tricentennial.
The Tricentennial.
Yeah.
So it's been 300 years since.
It's been 300 years since the Sword of Scrolls was used to seal away the Dark Elf King.
The Dark Elf King. What's the Dark Elf?
Oh, no.
Wait, 2 questions.
He's the guy coming
Yeah.
who's getting free.
Alright. So the Tricentennial, eh?
Mm-hmm. So it's like 3 whole days of partying, followed by 3 more days of partying, followed by 3 more days of partying.
Mm-hmm.
3 days of partying.
Exactly.
Alright.
That's a threesome.
That's 3 ways,
It's a
3
three-way,
ways.
3 ways?
Yeah.
Dude, 3
I think
ways.
technically that's an orgy, but that's a whole different subject.
Indeed. However, you did not receive an invitation
this
to
day and
play
place?
at the Tricentennial because you just performed so poorly tonight.
They knew about this at the tavern?
Everyone is
Startington?
in Startington is connected all over, man. Like, see how there's like only like 4 locations, maybe 5 drawn out right now.
Oh, man.
Like, Startington is known throughout the the Volcano Skull Fortress, all the way over to Castellamint, and then all along the Smorgasfjord.
Smorgasfjord.
It's
Man.
the starting colony of the area, isn't it?
You know, if you're an adventurer, you get your start right there.
Huzzah.
Yeah.
Well, that blows. I want to get a redo.
You want to get a retry?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to have someone else intercede for you because right now, like, the judges just aren't even talking to you.
Oh my god.
So, siblings, would you like to help out your only
I
sister?
gotta play at Keep
Yeah.
Dry.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
So yeah, there are 3 judges, obviously, because it's all it's all about 3s this year.
I'm gonna use my whiskey wand to create some, like, I don't know.
To create some good vibes.
Well, yeah. Some good vibes. I was gonna say maybe some, like,
Diversion. Make me sound better than
some,
I really
like,
am.
stars and auto-tune. I'm gonna auto-tune you.
Oh, that's it.
With my
Okay.
whiskey wand.
Okay. You're gonna auto
thanks.
tune.
Thanks.
So you're
Thanks, big bro.
then you're using some magic there. So I'm gonna have you roll some scrolls. 1d6 obviously because you're trying. Another d6 because you're an expert at it. It's a little last minute, so I'm not gonna say you're prepared. But are you? Maybe someone can help you out a little bit.
I'll definitely provide my brother some assistance.
So how are you gonna help?
Well, you're using your whiskey wand to do what again?
To auto-tune.
To auto-tune?
Yes.
You should have been dance sexily.
What's the mix
Oh, you
of
should
the,
dance sexily.
what's the
You should dance sexily.
I will go up and
be a sexy backup dancer
passionate dancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
to get everyone else feeling it.
That's my priest brother.
All right.
He's a b-boy champion.
Sounds good. So Russell, roll me some swords.
I got a
So
2
you-
and a 3, both of which are. I have a 5.
All right. So both of those are lower. You succeed very well. And so you're rolling.
We're used to this. We do
I
this
know.
often.
So
Help each other
roll
out.
2 because you're rolling and because you're an expert. But still, this is a little improv because you were totally expecting your sister to knock this out of the park. So you're kind of pulling this out last minute.
Okay. I
And
was
because-
thinking I'm not an expert. But okay.
Well,
You're
you're
an
sexy.
expert. Yeah.
You're an
Sexy
expert
is part of
being
your
sexy.
prerogative.
You're an
That's
expert
my
on sexy.
expertise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
2 dice, though.
2 dice.
Oh, 2 dice.
Right. Because you're not prepared.
But I'm assisting.
So she gets the die.
She gets the die.
Yeah.
By she, you mean he.
Yes.
She.
So he gets the die.
Oh.
So you
You
roll,
get to ask a question?
so you were rolling swords, right?
Yes.
So did you roll over your number?
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
So you get to ask me a question.
What is the greatest danger we are facing?
The greatest danger that you are currently facing?
Yeah. that we will be facing in
Keep dry.
Keep Dry?
Oh, and Keep Dry. Well, the greatest danger that you're probably going to be facing in Keep Dry is finding a place to stay, because really, like, the situation is so huge that, like, all the inns are going to be full, and if you don't have like a bard that's going with you to, like, perform, then, like, you're kind of, like, not even on the C list. So you're gonna have to be like stabling up.
I'm gonna use my wizard wand to give everyone beer goggles.
Ooh.
So that your dancing looks better.
Okay. So yeah, 2 dice.
Alright, let's see. Let's hope this goes well.
Can I make another
I
roll?
got 2 2s.
Yeah, and now you can make another roll because you're getting auto-tuned, and because you're having a sexy dance, and because people are having beer goggles.
Yeah.
And so this has switched everything up entirely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to be clear. Can I, like... So I can roll 3 because I'm expert on prepared, right?
Correct. And you roll 4 because you're getting help. You're getting a lot of help.
You're getting a lot of help. Okay. So, and if I play technically, I want to try to roll under my 4, right?
That is correct, because you're trying to roll scrolls, which is you're trying to be precise about this.
Okay. I am going to...
Because with the auto-tune, you really need to you need to engineer that correctly.
I'm going to try to be more precise rather than passionate.
Okay.
You're fucking kidding me.
Jesus Christ.
That would be a great damage roll in Pendragon.
I know.
What'd you roll?
I got a 2.
You got 1 success.
Okay.
Alright. So, with 1 success, you barely manage it. However, despite the beer goggles, despite the amazing sexy dance, despite, all the auto-tuning, you barely squeak by.
Right.
So basically what's going to happen is you're going to go to Keep Dry, and you're going to have a second audition.
Okay. Thanks, guys. This means a lot to me. And hey, I'm going to really kill that next audition.
Beers around you tonight.
Oh, definitely. We're going to get the best room in the house at Keep Dry. We're going to bring this Rising Centennial down. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to prepare.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that I'm really good.
All right.
Okay.
So you're gonna double prepare. You're gonna prepare it all up.
Yeah, I'm gonna work something so new and so incredible it'll blow your socks off.
Okay. So
dedicate it to my bros.
All right. So are you guys gonna get an early start? Are you gonna play through the night? What are you doing?
Well, we're getting another round on me.
After that sexy dance, and hopefully I can,
Find a place to
there
bed
was
down.
a lady out there who was like, that was some sexy dancing.
Indeed. Yeah.
They
If
had
you're
beer goggles going, so
yeah, if you find a few options, some more valid than others, some more to your
take option
personal
number 5.
to your personal taste than others. Yeah, you definitely go to bed with someone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
buddy. I'm gonna bless you.
Indeed. And yes.
I feel like for Dangerous Bard, my number's totally wrong. I rolled it randomly. Is that okay? I don't know. I feel like I should have a lower number.
Totally random.
Okay.
Hey man, it's you wanted
You
to go
went with
random.
scrolls.
Fair.
You went with scrolls, right?
Scrolls. Yeah.
It's okay,
Right.
guys.
You want a high number for scrolls.
If we have enough fun with this, I'm gonna keep running this system.
I really like it so far. I really like it.
Because there are a variety of options that we can do here.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, if I'm being a Dangerous Bard, I'm probably not going to be so precise and scroll-like. I'm probably more sword-like and passionate-like.
Yeah, you're right. So you're probably maybe you really want to be sword-like and passionate-like, but you've got more of the classical training, and
That's
so
why I'm
maybe you're trying to
dangerous.
switch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dangerous because I don't know what I am yet.
Okay, you're a better
You're
artist.
just a girl who's not yet a woman.
I'm an analog girl in a digital world.
I'll be a
Yeah.
woman.
You have
that.
good art skills. Can you give me a winking priest?
You've been
Like
drafted.
like a hitting on you
I'm
kind of
trying to
face?
think about
That'll be some gold.
what a how
That'll
to
be
define
paltry
priest,
sum?
though.
The
Exorbitant.
collar. The collar defines the priest.
Right, that's right.
I'd probably go with the collar and no shirt.
I think you should be androgynous.
Yeah. Okay.
So like a Chippendales priest, but without the bow.
I'm imagining you being like
Slightly
really
ripped
like androgynous.
and winking. No,
Super androgynous.
no, I'm
No,
sexy.
I think he
I'm
did a
just,
sexy dance. So that's definitely a Chippendales priest,
Androgynous
right?
is super sexy
To some people,
for everyone.
no. I mean, David Bowie is sexy, but no.
Zool from Ghostbusters.
I don't remember what Zool looked like.
Pretty androgynous.
In any case,
okay.
so Ronnie,
Zool was a god.
yeah,
Charisma plus 25.
So Ronnie goes to bed with someone. What does
Of course.
What does Scott do?
I practice until I fall asleep.
Okay, so just practicing being more dangerous.
Practicing being more dangerously awesome and my harp. I sing a great song about how cool it is to have siblings.
All right. And how about Jermaine?
I'm probably just staying up drinking with my squirrel.
Okay. Sounds good. So it is a bleary morning that you guys all get up. Some of you are exhausted physically, some of you are exhausted mentally, some of you are just plain hungover along with your squirrels.
I itch.
Could I possibly have a venereal disease?
Some of you might have
I got to itch first.
some of you might have like Disney anthropomorphic lice nesting on you.
Talking lice.
Singing lice.
Singing lice.
Harmonizing.
Are they dangerously singing, or are they?
Enjoy my band.
No, they're like barbershop, I don't want to say quartet because there's like 2,000 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey Dave, I think it's really weird you have a bottle called Wet Jet in your closet.
That's for the mop.
And it's like Wet Jet is a really like weird name in the pocket.
You should write a letter to the mop people and let them know that Wet Jet sounds dirty.
Like Wet Jet would be like a weird come on that Russell's character would use. I feel like.
Hey, maybe he does.
There. He's got the little fingers going too.
Thank you.
All right, so it's
There you go. No, seriously, look at it. I'm proud of myself.
oh yeah.
He looks like a character from Thunderbirds.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he looks like.
All right, so
Not as
you
cool as
guys.
a harp with a hat on. That is what I am.
I know, I was like, you're a bard. Why are you drawing a wizard's hat?
I know, right? It just kind of came
Here,
out.
just draw some boobs on it so to know that you're a lady.
Yeah, that's all I need.
All right, so you guys are gonna be making your way through these hillocks here, but I haven't named the hills yet. So what do you guys think that I should name them?
The Nameless Hills.
Sugar-topped hills.
Oh,
How about Jermaine? What do you think?
something humptastic. I don't know.
Humptastic hills.
Wait, which hills are we making our way through?
I still have to draw them, but they are going to be here, just north of Keep Dry.
The humpacious hillocks.
Ooh.
Humpacious hillocks. Going once.
Basics Hillocks, seconded.
Sure, whatever.
All right. All right. So your name's named one, so we'll move around the table with naming. So Humpacious hillocks.
I'm gonna write that on the back. Did you take my pen, Dave?
Yep.
Pen Dave.
This is the pen that I was using to write everything with.
Pendragon.
All right.
I like to be consistent with my art.
Dave, the sound on your phone's on, right?
Yes, it should be. I have not missed any calls.
Oh, good.
I thought you were gonna knock over the wine. I was like, oh shit.
That's a one-trick pony for me. I only do that once a night.
Okay. Well, you didn't last night, so
All right.
Water?
got to make up for lost time.
So you guys are making your way
Thank you,
through the Humpacious hillocks, which are generally safe to travel, but sometimes weird things can happen. So how about everyone makes me a swords roll?
Out of what? 2 dice?
Let's see. Is anyone here sort of a wildernessy type person?
I've got a squirrel with me.
You've got a squirrel with you.
I'm a dangerous bard. I travel a lot.
All right, so Scott can roll 2, Jade roll 2. Russell, do you have anything that would give you an advantage in?
I travel with my sibling.
Fucking yeah!
All right, you can roll 2 as
You
well.
want to roll low on this one, right?
No, you want to roll above, and I got a 5 and a 6, which means I succeed and I get a question.
Awesome.
Nice.
I rolled a 2. I have a 2.
I rolled above and I got a 1.
But a 1's not good. You want to be rolling high for swords.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I mean, that happened to you, too.
No, I rolled these
Oh, I
ones.
thought you rolled that one. Oh.
And Russell, what did you roll?
I rolled a 2 and a 6, and my number is 2.
Okay, so you get to ask a question and you succeeded. You get to ask a question and you succeeded. And Scott, you get to ask a question? Or you succeeded because you rolled a 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you all succeed. So I'll describe what happens before you guys ask your questions. So as you're cresting over these hillocks, these humpacious hillocks, you're weaving in between them, and the road weaves in and out of them, and you hear a growly noise coming over the next hillock. And peeking over it, you see that there is a creature that is that's like panther-like in shape with many tails. And each tail seems to be clutching some different piece of equipment.
Oh God! At least, thank goodness, it's not the humpback of the hillock.
Is that a cat of nine tails?
It is not.
Okay.
That was clever, though.
It was. I hope mine's more clever.
Yeah.
Did you just say no because his was better than yours?
No, I actually came up with this while I was hanging out with my family earlier today, and I forgot all of my notes. But it was the first creature that I created for this.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what questions would you guys like to ask?
How best do we handle this thing?
Okay. And Russell, what question would you like to ask?
Well, since you just took my question, literally. Well, almost exactly. What other dangers are there that we know of? What other dangers are there in the humpacious hillocks?
Okay. So
I get a question.
Yeah. Wait. What?
I get a question. Too. What's the name of the creature?
Okay. So the creature that you guys are looking at is called a misplacer beast.
Misplacer beast. Okay.
Oh, that thing.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So, Jade, you know that the misplacer beast is Jermaine. You know that the misplacer beast is absolutely known for confusing travelers and stealing their most important objects. And the best way to deal with the misplacer beast is usually with some sort of preventative losing measure.
Hey, how's it going, man?
We'll pause for a second.
Excellent.
So with the misplacer beast, the best way to confuse it is to have items on you that are impossible to be lost. So he really doesn't like keychains or those ropes that you attach to your wallet, or well organized backpacks. Really, that's kind of the best way to confuse him. Yeah. He's also vulnerable to a well-written itinerary.
Interesting. How about a set list?
You could try to use a set list to confuse him.
Okay.
Indeed. And
like if it has like stage cues and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I mean, are we talking? Is diplomacy and logic and things like that? Are they on the swords or are they on the magic?
Logic is on scrolls.
But diplomacy is on swords.
Diplomacy is on swords. So you would have to determine if you're using logic or diplomacy.
I'm gonna use
Well,
logic.
since I'm an old guy, I'm just gonna have everything in my little fanny pack. Everything's compartmentalized in my fanny pack.
Okay.
The squirrel helps keep it organized. He has his own little fanny pack.
Gotcha.
And since I'm more of a scroll, I have a very logical set list. It's very highly organized.
It's got like the lighting on it, notated and
everything's annotated. I know exactly to the minute how long each song's supposed to be, and to the second actually. And
you even account for like applause breaks.
yes,
Pleasant chit chat with the audience to share personal stories.
Indeed.
exactly.
And Ronnie, you asked if there were any other threats in the humpacious hillocks that you should be on the lookout for.
Yes.
And the most common thing to be on the lookout for in on major road travel is gobloons.
Okay.
Indeed. So just make sure you're on the lookout for them too. They're visible by their telltale dust cloud.
Okay.
So how are you thwarting this misplacer beast?
I'm going to throw my list of pickup lines of my playbook at it. Pickup lines and how to use them and what situations to approach them with.
Is anyone else throwing anything at the misplacer beast?
I'm gonna start reciting my
Just reading it aloud.
my set list.
Okay.
Saying it actually.
So Scott, make me a scrolls roll. And Russell, are you using diplomacy or are you using logic? What are you using for your?
I'm going to throw my thing at it and say, we are going from here, and start giving it a very exacting description we would like to pass from this point to...
At this point and at this
to
time.
dry, to keep dry.
Okay. Make me a swords
with
roll.
a...
I'm an expert in reading for a prepared thing.
Oh. Indeed.
Okay.
This is... Okay, what is... How many...
I'm going to take my eyeglasses, which are hanging off their little eyeglasses chain, put them on, open my compartmentalized fanny pack, and pull out, like, a chapstick. Like, Squirrel's going to go digging for one of his nuts. They're organized alphabetically in his fanny pack.
Okay.
I think
2, 3, 6.
the size.
2, 3, 6. And you're rolling scrolls?
Yeah.
Alright, so your number is a 4, so you got 2 successes. And Russell?
How many
do I get to
dice
roll?
do you want me to roll?
Okay, so 1 to start out with.
Okay.
Another one because you are an expert. But are you really prepared in this situation?
That was sort of the question I had.
For this specific situation, are you prepared?
I think none of us are, because it's sort of we're being ambushed by this person.
True, but if my
prepare with
fanny
my
pack
set
was
list.
already compartmentalized.
I know my set list.
Well, I know my pickup book, but
Okay, well then you're prepared as well.
I know how we're intending to get from here to...
Because you know the itinerary, that means you're prepared in that sense. So, roll 3.
Got a 2, 3, and a 4.
And what were you rolling? Scrolls or swords?
Scrolls.
Okay, so 2, 3, and a 4, so that's 3 successes. 2 successes and...
1 success and 2 failures.
1 success. Okay. So with your combined number of successes, one of you got a crit, one of you got a very good
I
success.
also got a 6, too. So I get to ask a question, right?
No, it's only if you have a 4.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Alright.
And you got 1 success.
Yes.
Alright, did anyone roll a scroll of swords?
No.
So no one rolled equal to their number. All right. So yes, the Misplacer Beast shies away from your display of utter preparedness and organization. It begins yelping in a very high-toned, almost canine-like supplication type of yowl before turning all of its tails underneath its legs, which there are substantially many. And there is a jangling as the swords and the maces and the fanny packs and the helmets and the toothbrushes and the alarm clocks and the endless amounts of keys are just jangling together underneath the belly of this Misplacer
The other
Beast.
sock. All of the other socks.
Exactly where I was going.
Those don't jangle because they're
I
some
was
of them
going to
jangle
say,
because they have little bells on
wouldn't
them.
they mute the other...
But they're muting some of the more jangly items like the keychains and
Which are hidden in the socks, of course.
indeed and the coin purses, etc., etc. And it sort of scampers off with its butt almost touching the ground and just sort of scoots over the next hill.
Well done.
We did it.
Good work.
We
Huzzah.
used our organization to best this foul beast. I'm going to write a song about it.
I'm going to go collect my playbook and put it back into my sack. And as I do so, I am going to organize my sack in a better fashion to remind myself that these things can happen and I should be
Sounds
not
good.
so wild and passionate.
Okay. So Scott, that night, as you guys are sitting around your little camp around the fire, still in the humpacious hillocks, make me a roll to see how well you compose the song of what you just did.
Okay, expert, I guess. I don't know if I was rolling sword or scrolls. I rolled 2 5s.
Dude, maybe you should just start rolling for swords, because you're rolling swords.
I'm rolling swords. Let's say I rolled for swords then. That's passionate.
You're trying to go passionate because you're dangerous.
I'm dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
All right, so you've got this great song that you compose, and it's awesome, and it's like you're rhyming so many things with Misplacer and so many things with Beast.
Right.
So you'll have a preparedness die for you when you go for your audition.
Including
keep track.
about me, your brother the
Sorry,
priest.
I had to get my hand ready.
See,
Yeah,
your
you
brother
sexy
the priest attacked the beast.
I'm gonna-
With his playbook.
It was playbook. It was a feast. A pain for the beast.
Stop that.
Yeah. Good work.
No. It was a feast for the beast, to say the least.
Said the least.
Indeed. So it's,
And then you get your all-in-one band to go, hey.
Hey.
in
Oh.
the back.
And then Ronnie will dance. Sex.
I'll start working on some dance moves to go with your
You do a
with your
sick
song.
laser light
I will
show.
prepare some dance moves
Oh, I
to
can
go
totally
with
conjure
your
that up
song.
with my wand.
And your laser eyes.
And my
Yeah.
laser squirrel.
So I'll like start preparing this as a thing.
Yeah, we're
So you're
this is a
starting
show.
a
We're
laser,
choreographing
a
that
laser
show.
eye show.
We're gonna have an
A laser
awesome laser eye
squirrel
show. It's sweet, sexy dancing.
Lasers coming
His
out
name
of the
is Solomon.
squirrel's eyes.
Okay.
Ollie, did you say?
Nice.
Solomon Squirrel.
Solomon Scroll.
All right.
Oh my god. I didn't see the squirrel.
Isn't he cute?
He's awesome.
Look at his laser vision.
He's a Pikachu.
No, not quite.
Well, not a Pikachu.
The ears
but
ended up turning out a little Pikachu-like.
He's a laser
Pokemon.
squirrel.
a Pokemon.
Yeah.
He's like a Pokemon.
Indeed. So,
There's one that
There.
looks like a squirrel with lightning bolts, isn't there? No, not lightning bolts. Fire. Is that the turtle? It's been a while. Doesn't matter.
yeah, Squirtle is water.
Wonder.
Yeah, no, not
Bulbasaur
Squirtle.
was always my favorite starter.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur, use leaf.
I like Charmander.
Yeah, fire starter.
Still,
It's a little voice.
Oh, yeah.
very awesome.
Indeed.
Char.
Clearly a laser.
So you all,
Shooting squirrel.
so you all spend the night in the Humpacious Hillocks to the lovely keening sounds of Scott's new hit single. What's it called, Scott?
You know, titles.
Beast Feast.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Misplaced the
say,
beast.
You know, titles that actually have to do with the words in the song are so passe.
Really? But I want to get people into it right away.
Misplaced the beast.
Beast Feast.
Beast Feast. All right.
All right.
We didn't eat it.
Oh,
We got it to leave, and
We
we
ate
got
it.
We got it.
It ate our victory. Yeah.
Okay.
Something. I don't know.
You know, no one listens to lyrics anyway. It's all about the beat these days.
Yeah.
The
Pretty
beat and
much.
melody.
That's all the
It's a
kids
hot
really
beat.
get.
Yeah.
Lord knows I've always been that way. Make it hot. I
It's
don't
kind of
care.
sad. I knew it was empty and just watching you reach for it. No, eat the whole thing. Please eat the whole thing.
It's your birthday.
It is my
Plus,
birthday
compared to the
weekend.
rest of us, you've got some catching up to do in the tummy department.
Damn straight.
It's true. That is admittedly true.
Starting to eat more tofu, good dude. You have boobs too.
You do, don't you?
Getting a little
What?
tummy.
What?
Just hadn't noticed. What? Said I have boobs, and I was like, what? Oh yes.
No, I said Scott. Not Scott. David should eat more tofu and then he can grow boobs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
From all
but
the,
you did that. And I was like,
It's gonna be hot.
I was like,
Because I had no idea what you were talking about. You're like, oh, I just noticed. I was like,
do you still have licorice? Or did you eat it all?
No, I didn't eat it all. It should be somewhere.
Freaking
Oh,
lot of licorice.
It's in the
dude.
freezer.
The freezer.
Yes.
Why do you put it in the freezer?
Because I was drunk.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
that does explain a
enough.
lot of things.
Okay.
I wanted to go bad, so I put it in the freezer. Be glad that I
Alright.
remembered that I put it there.
Because it goes bad.
You can nuke it.
Yeah, nuke it.
It was open.
It's open. It doesn't go bad.
Well, if you're
Dave
worrying about it
employed a
getting
certain kind of
hard by
logic.
getting stale.
Yeah.
Actually, I want one frozen one because I'm really curious now.
I'm likewise curious.
Like an otter pop.
There's also the Sour Patch Kids in there that are also frozen.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
All right, let's try this.
Oh my god.
Wow. Russell.
Don't hurt yourself, Russell.
At least I see the dentist tomorrow.
Did you chip your tooth?
No, I maybe almost changed a tooth out, but I didn't chip one.
Oh, that's fair. They just last longer when they're frozen.
It's impressive, really.
Why'd you live this long?
You know, a lot of people wonder that.
You know, he said that to me yesterday. I think that's a compliment.
I said it to you this morning.
He also said it to me yesterday.
Probably. Wow.
Yeah.
Are we recording right now?
Oh, of course. You're all waking up in the morning.
Yep. With an awesome new choreographed thing.
That's right. There's a laser show. There's a dance show. There's music. There's auto-tuning. There's beer goggles.
It's a performance extravaganza.
That's right. You guys are going to be amazing when you make it into Keep Dry, which you arrive at shortly after, in like mid-morning, let's say. The city is filled to bursting. There are seriously lines just to get in through the front gates. So you're gonna have to queue.
I think you can flirt your way in. Flirt our way in.
Yeah.
Who do I see any like females?
Of course.
Up at the guard line.
Females.
You know, Keep Dry is equal opportunity. So you see male guards, you see female guards.
It's the androgynous elf guards.
Indeed. And there are quite a few
Why did
androgynous
you
elf
say
guards.
F twice?
Because Keep Dry is where they keep the Sword of Scrolls, which is sealing away the Dark Elf King.
So I'll head up there and start flirting with the guards and see about, spend a few minutes flirting it before I get into the, my awesome sisters come to perform, and she has a very important audition to get to. And
All right. Make me a swords roll. So you're an expert.
2.
So go 2.
Okay. Double 5s.
All right. That is a good success. So indeed, some of these guards women, or even some of the guards men, are sort of picking up what you're putting down. You might say.
I'm flirting all across the board, baby.
You're an equal opportunist.
Spreading that love around.
Indeed. So it's no problem at all for them just to
Ronnie's,
for you just to
Ronnie's God's.
Ronnie,
just
run.
give the just to have your family come over and just like slip right through. There's only 3 of you, where like other people are bringing like entire troops of people.
We're gonna be all in one right here.
So
Only when it matters.
you guys are set, and you enter into Keep Dry.
Any guard, specifically give me the, hey, later on I'm going to be at the...
I get off at 6.
You get a lot of times off, but you don't get any specific locations that they'll be at.
Or numbers.
Just meet at the gate at that time.
On their
Yeah.
scroll
Okay.
phone.
Indeed. But once you make it inside Keep Dry, obviously the immediate insides of the gates are still packed with people. But further into the city, the Inn District, there's definitely a bit more room to stretch out. Where's your first stop?
I think we need to do an audition, don't we?
Yeah, we need to go to the audition chamber.
So we can
Okay.
secure our place to stay.
Yeah.
Scott, since you are auditioning, what's the inn that you audition at?
The name of the inn? It's going to be called... The Flappy Ham Hock.
The Flappy Ham Hock.
Better than the greasy hand.
Hey, my friend, I just came back from Ireland with a t-shirt for Dirty Nellie's original tavern, established in like the 1600s.
Oh man.
Dirty with a U in the middle.
Dirty Tavern.
yeah.
Dirty Nellies.
Nellies.
All right.
Nelly Nelly. Oh, Nelly.
All right. So the Flappy Ham Hock.
The Flappy Ham Hock.
Floppy, wasn't it?
That was Flappy.
Oh,
I wrote Flappy.
Flappy ham.
Flappy Ham.
It also could have been
Ham
floppy
Hock.
hawk. I
So
heard.
it's
Flappy Hawk works too.
It's easy to get directions to the Flappy Ham Hock, and when you arrive there, you see that there's a few other.
I specifically imagine like an older woman with like the.
That's what I was thinking actually. I was thinking like thighs.
The arm.
Okay, so basically, like the sign is like in the shape of an arm, like sticking out like this, but like the swinging part of the sign is just this down here.
Yeah.
it's got the words.
Mm-hmm. Flappy ham hock and like psychedelic lettering.
Yeah. So let me just do a quick draw here. Okay. All right.
You okay?
Words.
I think so.
Don't die.
Don't
Try not to.
Yeah.
I'll go outside first.
All right. So inside the floppy ham hock, you see another performer just finishing their set.
Yeah, how'd it look?
Well, that's not too bad.
You know, they don't have anything on you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're passable, they know how to play their instruments, but they got no passion.
Well, I'm pretty well prepared. I've been rolling really high. I don't know if I should roll for swords or for scrolls.
Hey, man. So, however, you're up next.
Your new look, your new persona.
Okay.
You're up next. They call your name Scott.
You guys ready, team?
Scott Wolverine.
Team
Cue
siblings.
us. Cue us.
All right. You guys know the set. We practiced it. We rehearsed it
Okay.
really hard.
Okay.
We're all ready. We know our parts.
So, Scott, you're rolling 4.
Okay.
Jade, you're helping out with the squirrel, so that's 2. Okay. Oh, no, 3, because you got the expert squirrel, you're prepared, and because you're rolling. Russell, you have the dance all set up, so you're also rolling 3. And everyone roll. And Scott, what are you rolling for? Are you swords or scrolls?
Swords.
Okay.
I'm doing scrolls and something epic.
Okay.
I'm doing scrolls because I'm sexy.
I'm so glad I rolled swords.
2 successes.
Oh, man. 2 successes, okay.
Swords.
Okay.
2
I'm
successes.
supposed to roll over, right, for swords?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A truly passionate performance befitting the name of Scott Wolverine.
Did anyone get a scroll of swords other than Scott?
What does scroll of swords mean?
When you roll equal to your number,
Yeah, but what does it mean?
it means you get to ask a question.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Just keep on doing what you've been doing.
Yeah. So I get 3 successes otherwise, right?
Yep, you get a critical success otherwise, and you
Yeah.
get to ask a question.
Yeah, that's the question.
Best party is gonna be tonight.
Yeah, where's the best party gonna be tonight?
Obviously at the castle.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
The princess... Russell, what is the princess's name?
Oh, yes, of course. Buttercup.
Princess Buttercup.
More like copper butt, am I right?
Copper butt.
More like pepperbutt. That's the tagline. All right. So the Princess Buttercup obviously has the best party every single year. For the well, it's not the tricentennial last year. Last year it was the eve of the tricentennial.
Actually, let's switch her name to Copperbutt.
Princess
I do
Copperbutt.
love that much more.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Because it fits the princess I have in mind. So a party
A
princess.
badonka?
She has a huge derriere.
A
She's
badonkin party
she's a
princess.
party princess.
I'm there next to the Humpacious Helix.
Yeah, and she works.
Exactly.
Does she have like a Cardassian or something?
She's a Kardashian crossed with the party side of a Hilton.
I think we were just talking about her butt.
She's got a Kardashian butt with a Hilton party hat.
Exactly.
With a touch of J-Lo.
A Cardassian.
Keep it classier, you know?
Kardashian, yeah, J-Lo.
Kardashian, I like that.
Kardashian, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah.
Minaj.
Just without the crappy eyes.
No one care about Nicki
In any case.
No, but I know the song. I know the song.
What, the Anaconda song?
Amongst others, yeah.
In any case, Scott, with your critical success, not only do you find out where the most rocking party is going to be, but you are going to be headlining.
I'm gonna be headlining. I sure am. Told you guys, we could do this. Go team sibling. Ow.
Siblings.
Jesus.
Indeed. You're going to be headlining. It's going to be all about Team Sibling.
Yeah.
Featuring Scott Wolverine's awesome jams with his with her one-man band.
This furry harp.
Her furry harp.
Fury harp.
Is it a furry harp or a fury harp?
It's a fury harp.
Okay. So you
Depends on
furiously,
if she's dressed in a costume or not.
furiously wail on that harp. But, the party doesn't start until tonight, and it's still, late morning. So what are you guys going to be up to for the rest of the day?
Napping.
Practicing, preparing. I got enough sleep last night.
Okay.
Practicing some dance moves, to getting some nice clothes, finding some nice clothes in town to shine in front of the princess. Maybe get a little time with Cupper Butt, and
Pick me up some sweet shades.
and practicing some dance moves to make sure she sees the moves.
Sounds good. So all of you remind yourselves, when you have to roll later, that you have preparedness dice with you.
Letting the squirrel rest his eyes from here.
Indeed.
It's important. Want to make sure I can stay up for the party.
Yeah.
If I get done early, I'll go nap as well
Okay.
and find some yogurt.
All right. So that night,
Bitches love yogurt.
Wow.
bitches love you.
Love you.
Come on, women in yogurt commercials.
Women in yogurt commercials, that's true. Yeah.
Women in yogurt commercials.
There's the one commercial where a dude eats yogurt and they're making fun of him for eating his wife's yogurt.
What is this from?
Seriously?
Just yogurt
It's my
commercials.
favorite fucking thing. Well, it's one of my favorite foods.
I just
Not to
remember
mention
the
it's
yogurt
great for
commercials
sex.
where the guys didn't know how to eat yogurt, didn't know how to open it, and so his wife had to do it for him.
Wait, no, there's a whole series of Dannon commercials based off with John Stamos in them.
Oh, that's right. But it's not really about John Stamos eating yogurt, it's women enjoying John Stamos and yogurt.
It's women watching men eating yogurt and thinking about those men being John Stamos while those men are eating yogurt.
That sounds really meta.
It is actually.
Wow.
It's like, average house husband.
You're ready to make
eating
some
yogurt.
rolls.
So ready for rolls.
Man, you're like the Gandhi of rolls.
I know, man.
The Gandhi?
I don't know. In any case, as the sun starts setting, you guys start making your way towards the castle of Keep Dry. So, you guys make your way through the various archways into the various courtyards, and in front of you is the main building of the castle itself. Lit by hundreds of lanterns and candy lights and all sorts of really cool stuff. And on the inside, behind the giant double doors, is just the main ballroom, where it's all set up for. They're playing some openers right now, so you should be going on in about an hour.
Any
Okay.
Faralitos?
Hey, what?
You said there was all these different types of lights. Any Faralitos?
Yes.
Okay.
They line the walkway up on the spires of the castle.
It's the nativity scene.
Seriously.
The Farley does something like way to Jesus.
Okay.
Except instead of a baby Jesus in a manger, it's the dark elf king being locked into a...
Yeah.
Into a dark pit.
It's a baby dark elf king having his rattle taken away from him.
All right. Yeah, we called it.
Yeah.
That's totes what it is.
Sounds good.
Said the dark elf king to the manger boy.
Go on.
This sounds like it's turning into a porn. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Didn't it already have a sexy priest collar with no shirt?
I wasn't going to a porn side of it, but okay.
Come, my child, let me absolve thee.
Let my rod and my staff comfort thee.
Oh my god.
It writes itself.
Jesus.
It really does. It's
Yeah.
my fault. I should feel bad.
And you're right, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Come, oh come, Emmanuel.
Oh!
Ah.
Snap.
so
Which is better than come all ye faithful, so,
That both work.
Yeah.
Well, one's
Both get the
peacock,
job done, Russell.
One's just about manual, and the other is Bukkake. So
Tongue in there. Let's just set that off.
Thanks.
It's mildly unnecessary.
Everything's unnecessary tonight.
All right, guys. So as you guys are just sort of being...
You have gum.
Do I have gum? I have mints.
I'll take mints.
there's some.
Sorry, I'm distracted now.
No worries.
I'll take
Licorice
a
if
minute.
you want.
It'll wake me up. I'm really loopy right now. Hey,
That's some
exquisite
licorice.
breath.
What's that?
No, less sugar. I'm sugar
I
crashing.
know, we're like...
Mints.
Oh man, last night I was sugar freaking.
I was sugar
Way too
humping.
much sugar last night. Sorry, guys.
About what?
I had way too much sugar
Kidding.
last night.
I got it in there.
Thanks for putting it back in the freezer. Rockin'. Alright. Well, I guess I'll mint it up too.
I understand.
So it'll be on the...
I'll
Yeah.
be less likely to fall asleep.
Let's take a moment.
Okay. Let's pause real fast. As the clock strikes 7 o'clock.
As disturbing as I could, it was as disturbing
Yay.
as I could be at that very moment.
My
So-
personal space.
Oh boy. So the clock, it strikes
No, you
7,
weren't. It was.
then it strikes 8, and then it strikes 9, and then you're on.
I'm on. Okay.
You're on to perform. The rest of you are performing as well. You're laser showing, you're dancing. So let's get that roll.
And we'll have been, socializing as the time came out.
Okay, so I got 2 successes and I had to ask 1 question.
All right.
I'm so worried about rolling under or rolling over.
Here's an important question for me.
Do it!
Sorry.
Do it!
Rolling
yes,
swords.
Four
yes,
dice,
go
right?
sky,
Because we're all
go
supporting each other. We're all doing something to help each other.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
So it's
2 successes.
successes.
And a question.
So it's... How was it?
These. I was rolling swords.
All right, so it's 2 successes.
Yeah.
And
And that's a
it's-
question.
No.
It's only if it equals.
It's only equal to your number.
Oh, I thought if you roll a 1, you get to ask a question.
No, it's equal to your number.
Well, I rolled a 1 before and you let me ask a question.
No, you rolled a 4 before and I let you ask a question.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This is literally how it's been every time we've explained it to you.
Damn it, I keep forgetting.
Scott, over or under or equal. And
Equal.
equal is you ask a question.
Equal as answer question. Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
I get 2 questions and
And-
3 successes
3 successes and... Wait, how did you get 3 successes and 2 questions?
because I got 2 2s.
That's not successes though, that's just questions.
That's just
It's just
questions.
not a fail.
Yeah, because rolling over or under, not equal to.
I know, it's confusing.
So for like rolling a sword, you're not trying to roll equal to or over your number. You're trying to roll over your number. For a scroll, you're not trying to roll equal to or under your number. You're trying to roll completely under your number. So if you roll your exact number, it's neither a success nor a failure. It's a question.
I got it now.
Okay, so if our number was 3,
If you rolled a 3, you would get to ask a question. If you rolled a 4, 5, or a 6, that would be a success in
Gotcha.
terms of a sword, or a 1 or a 2 would be a success in terms of a scroll.
okay, gotcha.
So how
So I
many?
get 2 questions but 1 success.
Okay, so 1 success, 2 questions.
2 success, 1 question.
2 successes, 1 question, and
successes.
2 successes. All right, so 2 successes, you rock the house.
That's
Things are good. People are bouncing. People are dancing.
People
People are
enjoy it.
jabbing. Everyone's sitting down again except for me.
Yes.
And
Oh, yeah, sorry.
that's right. Things are going crazy.
Woo! Agreed to Dan.
I really want to see Scott dance in public.
I know, right?
I do sometimes.
He does occasionally.
I like
And you
that.
got 2 successes and a
I was
question.
reading the sexy priest. I'm up there.
So Jermaine, 2 successes and a question.
Wait, are you moving your pants so that it looks like
Yes.
your butt is jiggling more?
Yes!
What would you like your question to be?
That's an illusion.
Is there any interesting gossip? Any interesting gossip at this party?
Interesting gossip about the party.
Well, just
This-
not necessarily about the party, but just that we've heard at the party.
Security's been beefed up substantially this year. Yeah,
And
so
why?
they're not sure. They're just because it's such a large number. It's like one of those iconic numbers. They might be expecting Maybe the Gobloons have something planned. It's it's always hard to tell who's really going to be out gunning for you each specific year.
Mm-hmm.
But just because this is such an iconic year, they're really upping their game in terms of security, bringing the militia into the guardsmen, etc., etc. Yeah, and Russell.
Yeah.
1 success and 2 questions.
Yes.
So you're focusing so much on your dancing that you're not really able to flirt at all. So you're basically just all about the show right now.
Right. That's right.
Indeed. So what are your 2 questions?
1. How do I get my way into Princess Copperbutt's heart and pants?
Okay, and 2?
Underdress, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
She's wearing hot pants.
Yeah.
She's wearing disco pants.
Hey, I don't know
She's
what
wearing
fashion
big.
is.
She's wearing big like 90 ravers pants, like big, glowy.
Ooh, okay.
Blue.
Indeed.
Super
And
fun.
question 2.
Yeah.
What real threat do people? Is there a real possibility that the Dark Elf King might come back?
If the Sword of Scrolls is stolen and used to perform a certain ritual, according to legend, the Dark Elf King will be freed from his imprisonment and enslave the elves again.
Okay.
Keep Dry is a mostly elf city.
Is Princess Copperbutt
Wait, I want to see.
an elf?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's got a badonka butt.
she's got a badonka butt.
Did Laura make this?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. She blocked you from seeing her making that,
Oh my
I'm
god,
gonna
that's
tell
what
you.
she made?
so that I wouldn't hack into your Facebook and
Right.
And find it out. But yeah, that's what she
right.
made.
I wonder about that.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
She made that.
Yeah. It took her a
That's
year.
skills.
Yeah.
Now you know you're getting for Halloween.
I do. I'm gonna be a psycho. It's quite good, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's impressive.
Truly.
Very impressive.
All right, so
So, how to find your way into Princess Copperbutt's heart and pants and underpants?
Yes.
Well, a good thing to do would probably be to focus a little bit less on yourself in this dancing right now, since that's specifically what you're doing. But also, you might want to get a bit more famous. She's definitely a fame chaser.
Okay.
Yeah,
we got 3 days to make this happen.
that's right. And then 3 more days. And then 3 more days.
Better start critting some of those sexy dance things.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I want to do whatever I can to help you have sex with that princess.
Let's not just have sex. I want my way into her pants and her heart.
I want you to do what I know you're going to do, is just have sex with her.
All right.
Well, you know, I want to be the high priest of the kingdom.
You wanna
Okay,
be
so,
that-
yeah.
Oh, you want?
Scott, for your second set, why don't you roll me to see if you can help him out a bit?
Okay. Should I roll 4?
3.
Maybe I'll do some mood laser showing.
All right.
Wasn't prepared this, so I was going to.
For the second set, I'm going to focus a little more on dancing towards the public and edging it so it's, you know, a little bit more towards her.
Okay.
I'm going to roll scrolls. This
Okay.
one. I want to be more precise.
We're
and
still
make
on
sure that I'm
4 or
helping
on
him
3
out.
this time.
Let's see.
Again, I'm
You're on
doing
4 because you're
laser
gonna
lighting,
help.
You're doing some mood music.
With music. But I'm trying to be precise in matching my.
Well, I have a lot of
this
questions to
moment.
ask.
Well, 1 success, 1 4, 1 match.
So you get 1 success and 1 question. Russell, you have how many questions?
2 questions and 1 success.
Okay, and
2 successes on my laser light mood show.
so your laser light mood show has everyone all just coming together, making out, heading off into corners, behind curtains, onto divans, all sorts of fun stuff. It's just that perfect setting. Scott, it's kind of hard
It is a
for you
squirrel.
to
There
it's
must
kind of
be a
hard for
lot
you to
of people named
sync
Devon in
the
this
movements of your brother to the movements of the princess. It's sort of like every time you get them like almost close together, like you're at the end of a song and you have to start a new one, and they get like swished away again.
Yeah.
So you're still performing well, and like people are still really getting into the music. You're just having a hard time really making that one connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie, sort of the same thing. Like you're kind of on the ball with your dancing, but like at the same time, like seriously, Scott needs to keep a song going for more than the traditional 3.5 minutes, because like your repertoire is really
time.
Only allowing you like time for the approach in that one. You need a free bird.
We're gonna free bird.
Yeah,
We're gonna play Liberated Avian. The song of our people.
okay.
Yeah.
So one more roll from Scott.
Liberated Avian. Do I? Since we're all helping each other, I can roll 4.
Yes.
I roll 4. Okay.
So what are you going for?
I'm going for scrolls this time again.
It's a tricky song. It's
It
a
is.
long guitar solo.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a long,
And
harp solo.
everyone knows it, so I gotta hit it just right.
Yeah.
Well, adding my own special flair.
People have been calling for it since the beginning of the second set. I mean, most of the people who started calling it for just the dicks who usually do.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean...
All
Two successes
right.
is not.
2 successes and a 4.
All right. So,
Oh, I still have a question. I have 2 questions.
all right, so ask me your first question.
Is there someone from the record industry in the attendance?
Oh, man, there are all kinds of people. Like,
This is the palace.
this is the party that they show up to.
Yeah, cool.
Like, this is the party that, like, the Scouts' bosses show up to. The Scouts don't even get in
Cool.
here.
What kind of music does Princess Copperbutt like the most?
You know,
What's your favorite song?
Yeah, whether was her favorite song.
that is a good question. So, Copperbutt. What's Princess Copperbutt's favorite song?
Oh man, Hurdy girl. She's just badonkin'.
What are her jams?
The donk-a-donk. Tonky-tonk. Wonk-wonk. The donk-a-donk wonk.
I'm
Sorry.
constructing.
Filling your head with nonsense.
Are you looking for a real song name or?
No.
Yeah.
Just feeling in my heart, in my soul. What's her favorite song? What is her jam?
What could her jam be?
Her ultimate jam. What she dances alone to in
what's-
her room, like every time it comes on.
What's the sexiest fruit?
The sexiest fruit?
Yeah. You make a jam.
Passion fruit.
You make a jam out of it.
Oh, man.
Is that a pickup line?
Well, I'm.
It should be.
Not it should be. That was pretty
Okay.
good.
I was just really trying to ask the question about what the song name should be.
Oh, man.
I think Scott just inadvertently invented a pickup line.
I guess so.
I'm gonna share that with some people who need it. Jesus. That's good.
How'd that work? Be like, what's the sexiest fruit?
What do you think is sexiest street? Oh, think so?
You want to make some blank jam with me?
Oh, no, because she's like, oh. Yeah, it needs some tweaking, but
Yeah.
Needs
it's
some
there.
tweaking.
It's there.
It's got the core. So, yeah.
Dark Elves. Banishment.
Is she part elf?
She is elf.
She is elf. Oh damn, she's elvish. Elvish badonkin princess.
Moon Jam.
Moon jam?
Moon and Forest Jam. Moon and Forest and Arrows and Bows Jam. Stuff that elves like. Yeah.
Nothing. I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry. I was like the wrong person to choose for this particular thing. I think it would be
Pump up.
the jam. It
Pump up
could
the strawberry jam.
I think about mythical creatures that live here. Maybe they're noted for their powerful haunches.
Centaurs.
Centaurs is what I'm thinking.
Twerk it like a centaur.
Okay.
There we go.
Twerk it like a centaur.
Twerk it like a centaur. There you go. You did it. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's harder than it should have been.
That was
Good job.
awesome. No, but it was awesome.
All right,
Actually
I
got
can
it.
hear it in my head.
Indeed.
Twerk it. Twerk it.
So Scott,
Like a centaur.
you know the princess's jams is twerk it like a centaur.
Alright. I'm gonna play Twerk it like
We
a
got some centaurs in the audience.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do some spotlights on them for this song.
Okay.
Twerk it like a centaur.
So yeah, they've totally got like their hindquarters just doing like the ripple.
Yeah.
I'll be
bet you're
prepping
about to
my
Wait.
big super
So
super twerk.
So
my,
after Twerk it like a centaur. So after Liberated Avian, we're gonna play Twerk it like a centaur, right?
Yes.
Okay. So one other song.
So make a roll.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you already made the roll. You succeeded.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have 2 questions. So.
I get double success.
That's right. And what were your 2
I
questions?
had 1 success and 2 questions.
Okay, so what were your 2 questions?
I'm
That
gonna
looks
want to
like it's so
know the
good.
best
That's nice.
approaches and best approach and pickup line when I meet the princess, and what to say to her father. The best ways to talk to and deal with her father to make him like me.
Oh my god, dude, you're planning way ahead.
Oh man. So you're
Ronnie.
you're in it to finish it. It sounds like.
Romantic Ronnie.
Man.
I'm looking to be the
You're looking to be the next king of Lore Keep or of Keep Dry.
well, at least the high priest of
Of
sexy.
funk. All right. Yeah, you know the best approach to the princess is what you're doing right now. The dance, just getting the gyrations, getting the movements out there. You know, really distinguishing yourself from the masses. Indeed. And as for her father, like seriously, you know,
As a general sense, not just for the princess, but how to get him to appreciate and like me.
Indeed.
I'll then bring my siblings in on that.
you got to show that you're a problem solver.
Okay.
Like even the smallest problem, like someone doesn't have a fork, you like flourish, and there's a fork.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. As long as they don't flourish and there's a fork in their neck.
Like a silverware magician.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, don't crit fail, dude.
Like a man that solves problems before they become problems.
Okay.
That's right. Indeed. So as the music transitions from Liberated Avian to Twerk It Like a Centaur, the entire ballroom is popping, it's locking, it's bumping, it's thumping, it's doing all sorts of crazy stuff, and all of a sudden the doors and windows just crash in as these schooners on wheels just erupt through all the glass and wood. Schooners on wheels.
What?
Oh shit! It's the gobloons.
It is the gobloons as they crash through the windows and doors.
Gobloons! I shout.
We're
"Gobloons!"
jamming. You can't interrupt a jam like this.
I wanna blind them with my laser lights.
all right.
Down.
Yeah,
Right.
make me. So expert and regular roleplay, not preparedness, obviously. Party
Can I
foul.
see who the where
nice
sort
rug,
of
Dave.
somebody who looks like a leader?
Nice rug.
The leader. You haven't really spotted him yet. I don't think he's made his entrance yet.
Double success.
Okay, what's the lead?
They've all sort of crashed in simultaneously.
Okay, I'll move towards the princess and brandish my electric mace to protect her.
I'm gonna send 6 sound waves at them to totally make them stunned.
Sounds good. All right,
Maybe
so
even experience pain. So
everyone's
they'll stop
rolling
it.
me 2.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Roll 2.
Yep.
2 successes.
1 success. 1 6.
All right.
Rolls.
So the music isn't quite as effective. It seems like they came in prepared for the music and they're wearing earmuffs.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 successes, 2 successes. All right. So yeah, the lasers though, however, they are not wearing glasses because obviously it's dark outside. So they are blinded. Schooners crash into each other. The gabloons sort of they scream as they are ejected from their specific rides and crash to the marble dance floor, injuring themselves terribly. And your mace, you mace anyone that gets close, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, the princess
Keeping the princess behind me and
she is utterly unscathed as you are keeping an eye out with the mace, and you have brained any number of half-dazed goblins that have staggered in your direction. Gobloons, yes. This is why I have help.
Yeah.
Indeed. So as you're all
get a dice for that.
Indeed. As you're all demonstrating your various abilities in defending the dance hall, an enormous eruption occurs in the center of the castle. You're not able to see what's going on. However, the windows are shaking, glass is shattering, stones are coming loose from the ceiling and crashing to the floor. Yeah, crazy shit be going on. This is way more than a few schooners.
Boy. Let me guess. Does anybody have an idea where the Sword of Unfortunate
Sword of Scrolls.
Scrolls is? Where the... Isn't it the sword? Is it the Sword of Scrolls that's defending... That's keeping the...
It's the Sword of Scrolls.
Sword of Scrolls.
Evil
Dark Elf King.
Elf King in the pit of
Probably somewhere deep
naughtiness.
in the castle.
Probably somewhere deep in the castle.
Where those explosions are.
That's true.
I shout, yeah, we gotta protect the Sword of Scrolls with our music and lasers and maces.
Try and use my wizard's robe, and my squirrel can fly, and we'll use flying squirrel action to go and check it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep jamming with my all-in-one band to try to put up a sonic barrier from to prevent the gobloons from penetrating further into the sanctum.
Okay.
Keep dry.
Sounds good. So make me a 2 for roll.
2 for roll.
2 for roll. And what is Ronnie doing? Ronnie?
A success.
I'll turn to the princess and say, they're attacking the Sword of Scrolls. How do we get there to protect it?
I know a shortcut.
Take me!
Okay. So what'd you get?
A success and a match.
A success and a match. So
Hopefully she doesn't think I meant
success
meant
and
the
a
Sword of
question.
Scrolls, but
Right.
So what question?
What is the weakness of gobloons?
Fire.
Fire.
Purge them with fire!
Fire. All right.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Share that with us.
Yeah, but I say they don't like fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
The GM told me so.
Indeed. What did you get?
2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So, despite not even hearing about the shortcut, you make it down just as fast as
Squirrel
Ronnie
flying.
does. And so basically, you two are racing down these staircases to try to make it down to the Sword of Scrolls. And when you get to like that last step, which would take you onto more darkened cobblestones, there's just nothing there beneath you.
I'll reach back and stop the princess and hopefully not fall in the pit. Wobble a little bit, holding her back, and look down into the pit and see if it goes anywhere.
Indeed. Looking down into the pit, you see that this room that you have entered into is enormous. It should be the size of like a couple of football fields put next to each other, basically. And in the center, the princess tells you is where the Sword of Scrolls should be. It should be on a pedestal. It should be sunk in, standard Master Sword Excalibur style. But it's just not there. And looking down into the abyss, you see hundreds of glowing eyes staring back up at you.
Wow, that's a lot of glowing eyes.
And rising out of the abyss is the enormous head and multi-eyed face of a death worm.
Death worm! Run, princess!
Alright. Am I there too?
You are there too.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'm not there though. I'm still
You're
on
not there.
stage.
You're still on stage, and the gobloons are pressing in further and further on you.
On the sonic barrier.
Those earmuffs are just really keeping your jams out.
Blow those earmuffs off. I'll use my special earmuff blowing song. Alright.
Rock the house. Is this when you take your amplifier and you turn it from 10 to 11? Just
When
for
you-
that
more like-
little,
For that little extra.
when you just need that
111.
little bit more, and it's already at 10, and you can just...
Crank it a little more.
You should use your Martian song and blow their minds. Mars attacks, blow their minds.
You mean their muffs?
No,
Yeah,
just.
but if they
skip
blow
the
their minds
muffs.
hard enough, then the muffs will blow out. I don't know.
Yeah, blow their minds
Blow
from
their
the
minds.
inside, baby.
I guess I'll use my mind blowing song.
Okay.
Can I use my preparedness die for that? Because I have that. I know that song.
Do you know that song?
I do.
Okay.
I prepare. That's one of my favorite songs. It's just I use it to blow people's minds all the time.
Were you planning on blowing anyone's minds here at the festival?
No, but we travel
I
around a
consider
lot.
it
We
a
need to have
possibility.
something.
This is
Okay.
this is one of his, this is one of our sisters, prepared combat-y songs.
Basically a cantrip. All right.
Yeah, it's a combat song for her.
Yeah.
I see. All right. Well, why don't you roll 3 dice then?
All right. I'm gonna roll 3 dice. My all-in-one band.
The two of you staring into the face of this death worm. What are you up to?
I push the princess back and say, "Run! Get the guards! There's a death worm coming! We'll try to keep you safe. I'll try." And
I'm gonna use my super-powered whiskey breath and blow fire at it, magical fire,
Okay.
with my wizard whiskey wand.
Sounds good. Cool.
you certainly can't go dream walking. in
So 2 dice.
Sure.
All right.
My mind-blowing spell didn't work, but I got 2 questions out of it.
Okay.
3 and a 4.
yeah.
Are those successes?
They are, because that's a 5.
All right.
Oh,
Cast
my elect.
spells.
I'm gonna launch. I'm gonna focus my electric mace and then launch a lightning bolt out of it.
Okay.
I forgot it can do that.
2 dice with that.
Well, rarely do you need to use that.
Well, it takes so much time. 1 success.
All right. 1 success.
So it's a big success.
But big success. It was a 6.
That's
The
good.
fail was a 1.
That's good. All right. So, what did you get for your roll?
I was rolling for scrolls. I got a 6 and 2 4s.
Okay, so you got 1 success.
I was rolling for scrolls. I tried to roll on under.
Oh, so you failed. And you got 2 questions. All right, so your mind-blowing song doesn't work,
Yeah.
and a gobloon clubs you into unconsciousness.
No.
Ask me your 2 questions before you fall unconscious.
Sorry, I was just
Is he going
thinking.
to inappropriately touch me?
I was just thinking about meta. Like before I fall unconscious, does that mean that I'm asking these questions out loud in the game world?
No,
my question.
it means that these are things that you are noticing as you're being clubbed into unconsciousness.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Noticing or wondering.
Another thing I'm wondering. How can I recover from unconsciousness?
By having someone wake you up from it.
Okay.
Smelling salts, probably.
Smelling salts. Okay. Who's the goblin leader?
The Goblin Leader entered in just as you were clubbed into unconsciousness.
Yeah.
He is on a double-deckered warship that is also on wheels.
Okay.
And
It's so adorable.
yeah. And so as you are fading into unconsciousness, you see him arrive and begin starting to take people ransom.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
These goblins suck.
indeed. And that's what they do. The goblins take ransoms.
Take ransoms.
Indeed.
So rude.
Yep. All right. So 1 success, and did you say you also had a question?
No.
Okay, just one success.
1 failure.
And then 2 successes. All right. So your 2 successes, your fire breath does scorch a few of the deathworm's eyes, and it recoils away from you. However, in his recoiling, he is struck by the lightning and crashes into the side of the staircase where Ronnie is, crumbling the staircase underneath him, and he cascades down into the darkness.
Can I use my squirrel glide to save him?
Make me. You using your scroll what?
Squirrel glide.
Oh, scroll glide. Is your scroll that big?
Scroll
No,
glass.
I
used
was
it to
using
get
my
down
robe
here.
earlier, remember?
Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, make
I
me.
just gave it a fun name.
Ah.
Is that like
Okay, so roll 2 dice.
I don't know, I was already gliding earlier.
It's true, but now you're trying to pick up someone other than yourself.
The squirrel is helping me. I got 1 success.
All right. So you managed to collide with him and prevent him from falling into the abyss. But the 2 of you sort of lose the glide that you've achieved and crash into a ledge further down. As you're watching the deathworm depart with some of his scorched eyes glaring back at you, you notice he has something in his mouth, and it looks like a sword.
We're gonna have to pursue that worm.
Yeah, that's what Kim Jong-un keeps saying.
What?
Do you think maybe if you're helping me by holding on, I can glide us while you're shooting it with its laser to try and get the sword out?
I think so.
Maybe?
Or at least distract it long enough to get there and beat on it from its head. How big is the death worm?
Enormous.
Enormous. So we could land on it and just beat on it while standing on it.
It doesn't seem like it would do that much. Your lightning didn't really phase it at all.
Scorched a couple eyes.
Her fire scorched a couple of eyes.
Well, Tass.
What's up?
I was just doing some tests on your network. You're dropping packets like crazy. That means that there's a problem with the line, either potentially your modem. I doubt it's because of the traffic.
Yeah, no, I mean, the moment you're talking about, yeah.
Anyways.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
You should call Comcast.
Yeah.
So make me a glide roll.
Yeah, let's go. And she gets one because I'm assisting, right?
How are you assisting?
I'm assisting her in gliding. I'm giving extra strength to the holding us up.
It's not really the holding you up so much as the weighing you down that the problem is.
I suggested that he's helping this time by actually holding on.
Yeah, versus when
Versus being grabbed from a free fall.
Yeah.
All right. He won't actively hinder you, but he can't actually help.
That's fine.
Yeah.
As long as he's not hindering. Yeah.
Double threes.
Let's do.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, you managed to glide onto the back of the death worm.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alternatively, it could be your Wi-Fi.
What's up?
Alternatively, it could be your Wi-Fi.
Huh. Did you plug in hardline?
No. I don't have an Ethernet cable.
Oh, that's right. Or you don't have anything to plug in your little...
That box
There's
has a
some
lot of
there.
Cat 5 sticking out of it.
Oh, yes, it does. But he doesn't have a Cat 5 plug.
I don't have a Cat 6. Or rather, RJ45 plug on Mac Retinas.
The MacBook Airs don't have
Macs have RJ45?
That's an RJ45 plug.
Oh, yeah, it is.
His Mac
Wait.
doesn't have an Ethernet port.
But wait.
Yeah.
Wait, so...
Anyways,
Deathworm.
Deathworm. Back,
guys.
literally on the Deathworm.
sorry.
Indeed. So, yeah, you land on the Deathworm. What is your next move?
Where's the sword? The sword
Is in
is
its
sticking
mouth.
out its mouth?
Is in its mouth.
In its mouth.
Yes.
Is it sticking out at all, or just
No.
like...
You saw it as it was rearing at you, but now that it's facing away from you, you
What
can't
does
see
the
it.
Deathworm face look like?
Deathworm face looks like... So... It's...
Oh, and also draw it to, like, with S on it for scale.
Alright, so...
Oh, good call.
Here's the approximate scale.
Shai Halud.
It is your wireless.
It's my wireless? Really? It's my Wi-Fi?
I'm getting incredibly high ping round trips and drop packets when I'm pinging your Wi-Fi router.
Weird. So I have a shitty Wi-Fi router.
Well, reboot it to start with. I mean, that
I
could
just
just
re-
be... Oh,
I
okay,
just
never
rebooted.
mind.
It's also probably a 10-year-old router.
That's
Oh.
true.
The radio could be going, potentially, amongst other things.
Okay. I'll see if hardlining gives me a better download and upload speed.
Potentially.
So you're saying it might not just be my...
I mean, I would guess it's the radio is getting bad. That tends to be the thing that goes bad on Wi-Fi routers.
Uh-huh.
But I'd just get a new router at this point. I mean, it could be something on. It could be some of their hardware. It's impossible to diagnose without more specialized equipment than I have right now.
But if I plugged in, like, directly to Ethernet...
And it's better, then yeah, then it's the radio.
Where's the sword?
Oh, the sword is in one of its tongues.
Not to mention, if you have a 10-year-old router, the security upgrades that have happened in the last 10 years, for Wi-Fi are pretty significant.
Indeed.
It uses WPA too, which is the most secure.
So this one, this
is what it
just
does.
WPA too. Okay.
And it's purple, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I got that. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
color would it be? It's a death worm.
Exactly. It's purple.
So it's shy halud with teeth and lots of tongues and lots of eyes. Yeah.
What are we gonna do to get that sword out of its tongue?
Well, we could drill
Like down into the worm?
from where we are to the tongue.
I mean, I
Straight
could
line it.
see if the squirrel's lasers could blast through the worm.
We could,
I could augment it with my whiskey wand.
Interesting. I'm liking where this is going.
So if we
I'm like-
blast our way through, we could like
get
walk
into the
it,
brain
like-
and just blow its brain out, and then we can just walk and pull the sword. While you're doing that, I'll put my dream glove on. Put my hand on the worm's head and start getting into its brain and creating a dream world to make it, distracted.
Wait, so are we going to scramble its brain with lasers, or are you going to make it believe that it's in some sort of a dream?
Well, I'm going to try to make it. I'm going to try to put it into a dream state where it doesn't know what's going on and
While I'm
stops
scrambling
doing
its
shit
brain with lasers.
while you scramble its brain with lasers.
Okay. So both of you make me rolls.
Okay.
9
Oh,
days.
gosh, it's still alright.
Yep.
Okay.
You elected to be left behind, and thus you were left behind.
Yes. Sorry.
Don't worry.
I got a 3 and a 2.
We're at the climax.
Okay, cool.
A 3 and a 2, and
3 and a 6.
so 1 success.
2 successes, because he's
successes.
over 2. I'm rolling under 5.
Oh, okay. So 2 successes each. All right. So yes, your focused laser cuts right through the chitinous plate
Where's its
of the
brain?
death
Where's
worm.
its brain?
The brain is all the way
And draw it to scale.
right there.
A little dot.
No, it's got a big brain.
Oh, it's got a big brain.
Yeah. It's bigger than you.
By a lot.
Doesn't mean it has to have a big brain.
It only uses 10% of it.
I love that.
That bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you managed to create a giant crevice where that exposes its brain, and you reach in and create this. What kind of dream world are you creating in the brain of this death worm?
I'll make it believe that, in dreams sometimes things can go like really. A dream can be really short, but in real world time, but lots of stuff can have happened. I'll make it believe that it's all of a sudden finished its mission, gone back all the way to wherever it's going, and has returned the sword and is going to take a nap after having done all this arduous stuff.
Okay.
So
immediately it stops moving, and one of its tongues extends out from its mouth and lifts up high above its head, and in it is the sword.
Squirrel glide to it?
you grab it while your squirrel is blowing is brainicizing it.
All right, so make me roll for grabbing it.
1 success.
All right. Yeah. You,
And a question.
And a question. All right. So you swoop in, you're swooping in to grab it. What's your question?
Who's this thing working for?
Who is it working for? That's a good question. It is working for the Dark Elf King.
No surprise there.
Yeah.
God knows what's all the way down there in that pit.
Indeed.
Alright.
It seems to be burrowing in the direction of where the Dark Elf King is rumored to be imprisoned in his abyss.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, you managed to grab the sword from the tongue of the deathworm. Part of it touches you when you touch it, and it just like your skin crawls, like literally starts crawling up your arm.
Get back there!
After you touch it, and so it's sort of like it's vibrating as you're taking the sword back to where Ronnie is on the back of the death worm, but it's the death worm has sedately settled into the ground and is seems to be unaware that its brain is being
Cooked like a
blasted
scrambled egg.
to to scrambled egg status.
Are they edible death worms?
The brains?
Just any of it.
You can't ask that question.
Oh yeah. Okay. Quick, roll a question.
All right. So yeah, you guys aren't too far away from Keep Dry. He hadn't moved more than a few hundred yards past the subcellars of the castle when you subdued him. So you return to the underbelly of the city, and the Princess Cupperbutt is waiting for you, and you've got the sword.
Is the king happen to be there as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course. I'll sort of nod to the princess as I go by and return the sword to the king. We recovered this. We recovered this from a death worm that had attacked your castle and was stealing this.
Well, that is incredibly brave of you.
We do our best.
Why don't you marry my daughter?
Well,
As a man of the cloth.
as a man of the cloth, I must obey the rules of the king, of course.
Let me know which rules I can change, and I'll let you marry my daughter.
Well, you're the king. I obey the king.
Well, let's get this hitching going. We're gonna have to get a new band because the headliner for the main act was kidnapped by gobloons, but
No, that is my sister. That's our sister.
Da da da.
Am I awake?
cliffhanger.
Alright.
You awaken in the possession of gobloons.
Doubloons. Oh no!
That's right.
I'm captured.
You were on the double-decker warship with wheels,
You gotta save me.
and the Gobloon King is laughing over your unconscious form.
You gotta save
You
me.
play your way out of this one.
Again.
Indeed, and his chuckles echo off into blackness as it fades to black. To be continued.
Is
Trying
Chuckles
to
his
do
dog?
this. I thought you were pointing at me.
What's that?
Is Chuckles his dog?
Chuckles?
Yes.
Gobloon and Chuckles?
You said
He chuckles into the dark as
Oh.
it fades to black. The end.
What's that
I'm not
chocolate?
gonna lie, it's like the